Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, Mr. Silly P. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday the 28th of February. It's the end of the month. Short one. And Giants quite clearly clearing the decks. The madness continues, unfortunately. This is going to be a two-parter again. I can only apologise. Updates today. We have got the map New Frontier by Ola Haldor, the map we are on now, which is my test map. That does not require a new save game, luckily. The Mammoth Silo Compaction Pack by Agri Design Austria, the Kessler Forestry Pack by HR Forst and Fazeugbau, the Coulter Rail and Bar by Polly Paul. I think it's those four, isn't it? Yes, have all had updates. We've got 4 new maps today. Buckle in. Calmlands by ER Shabba, Silver Lake Forest by Carl TG, Tassie Farm by Carl TG, Wiki Plays. That has an equipment pack, the Pete equipment pack, that is needed for it. Now, they haven't put it on as a required mod. It is in the Modhub as a separate mod. I'm not going to be showing that on this mod review because it can only work on that map. So, or any map that's compatible, but at the moment that's the only map that's compatible. So I'll try and incorporate that into the map tour, I think, with that. And new Bartelshagen by AtsaVR are all new. I will get onto those over the weekend at some point. So I guess we best crack on. Let us rock and roll, as they say. We're going to start with the A-frame cabin in front of us. This is by Roughneck Modding Crew. This is 19.5 megabytes download, 3 slots, 35,500. You'll find it. It's not a good start, is it? Under farmhouses, this is going to work perfectly on my Let's Play. I was only talking about this today. 35.5, no customization options available, but that's where you'll find it. It's a cabin, but it's a modern version of a cabin. And I was saying on my Let's Play today, just bought a plot of land. I need a cabin. I mean, come on. Wardrobe trigger just here. Sleep trigger's upstairs. It's perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. There's your sleep trigger just there. I haven't found a light switch, actually. There are lights, but I haven't found a light switch. It's over here by the lamp. Maybe not. Maybe they're automatic. Little wood burner. It's perfect. There we go. A-frame cabin by Roughneck Modding Crew. Next, we've got the fancy doghouse. It's just got a coloured roof, I think, but it's fancy. By Neyluu, 1.74 megabyte download, 5 slots. You'll find it under animals, under dogs, doghouses. I think it's £1,000. I suppose I should really. I don't always write the prices for these things. I'll say where it is. 1,199. Just there. You can only place one. There was no option on it for customization or anything like that. There's a little. I don't know if it's with all of them, but it sounds more like a shake, like something coming off of a scoop then. I don't know. Maybe imagine it. That's the fancy doghouse by Neyluu. Next, we've got the wood tower, 2.1 megabytes download. This is decorative object by FSPT. You will find it under build mode and decoration. And you can climb the stairs, you can go into the top. We've had a few wood towers before where the scale's been off. This one's spot on. No customization options on that either. So if you're looking for a wood tower for any particular reason, that might be what you're looking for. Next, we have got, I didn't put these in, but we have got under farmhouses. First, we have got this one here. So for 200,000 and 8 slots, it is the Old Residential Building by Razak. 21.32 megabytes download. Both versions are 8 slots. Both versions are 200,000. Both have options for customization. So if we find a space, there we go. This is what the one looks like with your triggers. So the front there, you've got a sleep trigger and a wardrobe trigger. You can't go into the building. Customization option on this, we have red roof or a black roof. So that's the farmhouse version. And if you go into your, down to the bottom here, go into fences, decoration, all that kind of stuff. There we go, just there. And that one's a decorative version of the same thing, just doesn't have the triggers. So there you go. That's by Razak. Round behind here, we've got this. Now this has got some history behind it. I don't want to do the modder a disservice on this one because it's important. So this is the Church Schondorf. This is by BERNIESCS, 16.85 megabytes download, 9 slots, 50,000 to buy. You probably just saw it as we were in the menu. It's under decoration and others. This is St. Anna's Church in Schondorf. Bavaria. Was built in 1499. During renovation work in the 17th and 18th centuries, the church received today's elaborate Baroque interior. It's a decorative object. It has a very Russian-looking, that kind of dome top to it, like Russian Orthodox Church look to it. Anyway, just thought I'd read out the information because it was important. Mod has gone to a lot of time to put that in. So there you go. That's the church Schondorf by BERNIESCS. Around the back here, we've got 2 productions, and this is one of those weird things as well. You don't get one, then 2 come along at once, just like buses. Where I've got the Stonecrusher Producinglime by Lamai. It is 0.41 megabytes download, 1 slot 12,500, and then we've got the mini line production by SalcarmanGames, 0.99 megabytes download, 4 slots and 50,000. So this is the one that's 12,500 by Lamai. That one's by SalcarmanGames. Both produce lime in different ways with different, I say in different ways. Well, yeah, technically in different ways, with different recipes. You'll find these under build mode, under factories. So there's our first one, 12,500. And then the other one is just there, the mini line production for 50 grand. So this one, there you go. 7,000 litres capacity total. I've had this running the entire time I've been prepping the mod review, and there's a lot of mods. I've been on here quite a while. So it's 480 cycles a month, and the recipe is 5 to 4. You lose a little bit, but not a huge amount. So the cycles aren't massively high, the recipe's not massively high, and it's taken a little while. We're on 83 litres, it's been chugging away, so it's just stones in that one, and away you go. Now, the next one, that's by SalcarmanGames, this one's a little bit different in that it takes stones and water. 100,000 litres of each, 100,000 litres coming out. I switched this one off because the recipe was higher anyway. Sorry, the cycles per month were higher anyway, but the recipe is 50, 100 to 150. So rather than 5s or, you know, the very low numbers, it's up a little bit. So if I go on that and click that on, that starts ramping up fairly quickly. That's why I switched it off, because I thought if I leave that the whole time I'm running, I mean, not that it matters, it would have carried on filling up until it got to 100,000 litres. But that one will chug away a little bit faster, just simply because the cycles per month and recipe are a little bit higher. So that's both of those, Stonecrusher Producinglime and the mini lime production. We have then got behind that, this is very, very cool. I probably haven't got an egg pallet yet, but what this is designed to do is very clever. So this is the automatic shipping of animal products. This is by Kamikater. It is 0.24 megabytes download, 4 slots, and 500 for each. And there are 3 of these: sheep, chicken, and bees. Because most things that produce pallets are factories, and you can set factories to distributing. So if you've got whatever it is, whatever your on-mod product is, you can set it to distribute. Animal products you can't. So the bees producing honey, chickens doing eggs, and your sheep doing wool pallets, you can't set those to distributing. The pallets just appear. Then you have to, you know, your onward products, whether it's on to make fabric, whether it's eggs to the bakery, and whether it's honey for, you know, cereal factory, wherever it might be going to. So this pack and this building here, with this hazard marked area, that's the hazard marked area for my egg boxes. And this one around it is where I've placed this mod next to it, and that's what you're supposed to do. So like I said, 1 for each. You place it next to it, and if we come around to the back here and click on it, that says egg shipping. So over there it's eggs. It says 5 of 5,000 litres. So we have got some eggs going in. Outgoing products 5 of 5,000 litres. But I haven't switched it on yet. If I switch it on now, that now means that my eggs that are being produced, they might still appear in pallets. I mean, it's showing 5 there already. If I switch that on, and it says change output mode, at the moment it's storing, if I now change that to distributing, any eggs that are produced here will now distribute automatically out elsewhere. I haven't got to take it to another facility to distribute. I can do it right at the animal pen, which I think is absolutely brilliant. I've got a bakery on the map, so on the hour, any eggs we've got will go off. It won't need to wait for a full pallet. It should just, according to this, it will just go, because it is registering the eggs. Although I haven't got a pallet showing, it is registering that we have got some eggs from the chickens already, which I think, that's awesome to me. Like I've always said, I love new mods. I love things that stand out, things that are different, things that do a different process that we haven't really encountered very much before. So if we go to our sheep and go just there, where are we? There. There's your wool shipping version. I'll say 500. it's a no-brainer, really. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Go across to our chickens, and the chicken one is just there. And we go across to our bees, and the bee one is just there. So you would put the bee one over the top of your spawn point there for your honey pallets, and then it will, once you switch it on, set it off to distributing, and away it will go. Or set it to selling, or whatever you want to do, so it can do it automatically. Brilliant bit of kit. I really like that. It's a clever idea. Automatic shipping of animal products by Kamikater. Next, behind that, we've got the old wooden shed. Just here, it's got a couple of options, with or without decoration. We've got decoration on it. Go just inside L3, got with some shed lighting on here as well. This is under build mode and sheds, as you might imagine. This is 0.92 megabytes download, 16 slots, 8,000 to buy by Farmer22. Actually, I'm going to have to show you, aren't I, because of the options. It's that one there. There we go. So R3. Yes or no, so with or without decoration in and around the pillars and posts. If you don't want the decoration, you can take it away if you should desire. So that's the old shed wood by Farmer 22. Next, we've got concrete fences. There are 4 sets of these. I've put the gates sandwiched between the walls. Now, all of the options are identical for the 4 sets. There are 7 segment options, and that is for the gates. The walls themselves, you'll see, this one's a brick one. We've got a concrete one. The easiest thing to do is just go and show you. Let's go down to our fences. So this is by 8.12 megabyte download, 3 slots. This is by Maca. So we've got this one here. And if we go that way, you'll see it's a concrete section. This one here, more of a concrete slab section. I mean, when you zoom in, you'll see it's a little bit more detailed. This one here is more of a block work, and then I think it was this. Hang on, what's going on here? Come out there. There we go. Then this one here is the brick we've got now. Now, if we switch segment type, it takes us to our gate. Now that's the rusty gate, and then we go 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the other segment options are just the gate colour. We can reverse the gate, forwards and backwards, whichever way you want to go about that. That's up to you. And we come back to the wall section. So yeah, that's the 4 sections. Gate, depending which way you've got it opening, one way or the other. Nicely made, nicely detailed. Looks like brickwork. The other bits look like concrete. Not bad at all. Concrete fences by Maca. Next we have got the irrigation placeable. Now, this came out on FS22. I wasn't a big fan, just because these have collisions. And I haven't put it on a field. I've put it out on the grass just so you can see it. But when you put these on a field, it's a decorative thing, and it shows an irrigation system in operation, which I like. It's a clever idea, but if you're going to be then fertilising or ploughing, cultivating, whatever, you've got to leave these alone because you can't go near them. And if you've got different width equipment, if your fertiliser spreader is a different width to your cultivator, is a different width to your harvester header, these get in the way, which is the only downside, because I'll be honest with you, it's very cool. This is under build mode, under decoration, and this might be under decoration, not others. There we go, 10 grand. And it comes as it is. There's no option for changing the size of this. It is the size it is. And then what you do is you come over to here, and on this bit here it says irrigation pump on. We do that. That opens up this, means the pump's on. We put our irrigation activated. Now the only downside to this is once you put that on, that's now saying irrigation disabled, so which you can switch it off. It takes 75 seconds. It's quite specific in the instructions because the water's got to flow, the pump's got to work before the water will start spraying. Once the water starts spraying, and it's great, and it looks fantastic, and it sounds good, and it does what it's supposed to. Then when you switch it off, it takes a few seconds to turn off again. So that's just something to be aware of. I don't know why it's 75 seconds, why it's not a shorter time period, whether that's more realistic for real life, but it doesn't help for mod reviews. Because I've got to wait. It will switch on, trust me. There we go. I may have chopped a chunk out of there, so it may seem a bit quicker than it was. It's a little bit hard to see, but listen. heads are turning. They are spreading water. Let's say it's a great decorative thing, and it works really well. It's very cool. If you can work out a way to work around the system, it's a sort of thing I think I personally, not necessarily for a field, but I think it would work really well as an immersive thing if you were doing like open gardens, like not greenhouses, but like we have open garden mods every now and again. There was the garden stuff. What map was I doing the other day on the memory? Those kind of things. Having a set of these with your greenhouse open gardens in between. I know it doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't actually irrigate. It doesn't actually put any water on. But I think it'd be quite cool. I have switched that off. It's taken a while to switch off because I don't know if it's 75 seconds again to turn off again. Maybe. You can turn the irrigation pump off. It will still take a little while to switch off. But there you go. I mean, however you feel about it, that's what it is. That's what it does. Irrigation placeable. I didn't say, did I? 3.97 megabytes download. That's by Perla 196 PQXR. Next. We've got this. This is the fuel tank. This is by LJR Modding, 1.03 megabytes download, 2 slots. It's 6,430 to purchase, 5,000 litre tank, build mode, and containers? Wasn't tools, it was definitely containers. Just there. There's no customization option for colour or anything like that. It comes as it is, and this is one of those ones. You click on the side, choose the amount you want to fill it out by, and then click buy, and it'll put it in. Then you come and take your fuel out. Job done. Fuel tank. That's by LJR Modding. Next, we've got the 4-bay shed, which is just behind us here. Lovely. This is by Roughneck Modding Crew. 6.87 megabytes download, 3 slots, 12,500. There's no lighting under this. What I do like as well is the oriented strand board underneath. It's it looks fantastic. It's very well made. Excuse me. Wow. Got very wheezy all of a sudden. This you'll find under sheds. There was no customization option, if I recall, on this one. Yeah, 12,500. Comes as it is. No customization for L3. No, R3, sorry. There you go. Plenty of space, not too expensive. 12,500, you can't knock that at all. Awesome. That's the 4-bay shed by Roughneck Modding Crew. Next, what the old German barn pack. There's a barn and we've got a sheep pen. I put some goats in it. This is 6.35 megabytes download. This is by DLS Tynes. It is sheds 4 slots, 17,500. The sheep pen is 42 slots, 40,000, and will hold 8 sheep or goats. I do like the brickwork on the side of it. No customization options for this. This one you find there, 17,500. That's for that one there. We come down to our animal pens and we go out to our sheep. So it's that one just there for 40 grand. I'll say nice and straightforward. Our trigger at the front here. It's right, a dialogue box. All the doors and stuff do open. I did put 8 in because it just made more sense. I have put feed in here. Water's automatic. Just realised that. Just noticed that the feed plane is sitting above the trough. Might get an update potentially. There is no option on this one for... No, where are we? There you go, old sheep barn. For bedding. I mean, you don't tend to for sheep because they're normally in pastures and stuff. But productivity is starting to go up. I put the feed in and we are good to go. So this is the section here where the animals go in. Door opens in between as well. We have got steps up to the top there. So if you want to put, what you want to do, but storage up here as well. It's really nicely detailed. Pallets will spawn here. Actually, for our milk, where was the milk? Was it at the other end? That's a good point, actually, because we are running... It's down as a sheep pen, but it's not showing where we would get our goat milk from. That's an issue, potentially. There's not a trigger showing anywhere. The fact it does take them, although goat milk is saying 0 at the moment, but maybe it is only for sheep. Anyway, Same thing. That's what it is. That's the old German barn pack by DLS Tynes. Next, we've got the Agricultural Fair by Chenben making a return. This is 24.93 megabytes download, 45 slots. You can sell pretty much anything here at the Agricultural Fair. One-way system is in operation. So you've got various different things can be tipped into here, dropped into here, pallets and whatnot. And then we have got our sell wood point just here. So if you are bringing wood here as well. And like I say, yeah, it takes, pretty much anything. It does say in the description, if it is itemized and it's been done on XML files, then it should take it. It all depends, I guess, how modders have set their mods up for productions and things like that. But there we go. This one's under build mode, under our factory section, then under sell points. It is just there for 25 grand. Agricultural Fair by Chenben. I've always liked this because it's nice and colourful. It has a nice feel to it rather than just, I have nothing against just a flat plate. I use them all the time. And you can put them up against buildings, silos, sheds, in your yard, whatever you want to do. But that's nice. I like that. So, there you go. That's the Agricultural Fair by Chenben. Next, we've got the workshop. This one here, as you might be able to tell, it does have a customisation option. Could you guess what that might be? I love the big windows. It's pretty cool indeed. This is 25.29 megabytes download. This is by Razak. 43 slots, 150,000 to buy. There is a customization option for color. This will only do repair, does not do a repaint. Build mode and tools is where you find it. So it's that one there for 150 grand. And then when you do your customization option, we've got solar panel as well, yeah. Solar panel option, and then pick your color and go for it. There you go. There's your customization option on that one. Small double doors open to the side here. Larger door here. The lifts don't work. The lifts actually don't have any collision at all. Look, wonk. And then we've got our trigger here for our work. And like I said, I did bring a tractor in, double check it. It will do repair, but it doesn't repaint. But it is nicely made, nicely detailed. And like I say, I love the big airy space. I like the windows. Very cool. Oh yeah, lighting was just over here. There's our shed lighting, on or off. And then, like I say, the same as it was with the other production, we've got another workshop. That one's by Razak. This one, the Kubota workshop. This is by the Lort, 25.04 megabytes download, 28 slots, 50,000 to buy. This also has the decorative object. That Kubota sign is separate. You don't have to have that, or you can place it somewhere else. I just put it next to it. The sign is under decoration, 2 slots, 1,000 to buy. So the workshop you will find just below, just there for 50 grand. No customization options. It comes just as it is. If we come down here to our decoration, because this was next to, there you go, just there, 1,000 for our Kubota sign, and you can place it wherever you want. Like so. This is the same. This only does repair, doesn't do repaint. What I will say is be very, very careful when you open this door. Stand to one side. It will take your face off. It is really quick. The other doors aren't so bad. We've got 2 side doors here. As you walk through, it's saying turn on shed lights. So there's our shed lights here. These ones are a little bit more sedate, and because they go up, they're not likely to just take your nose off as you go. And there's your trigger there for doing your work on your vehicles. That's the Kubota workshop, and that is by the Lort. Next we have got the just here, representative of pack of 8 technically, 4 of each, which will make sense in a moment. This is the small new silos by Bartson V3, 10.24 megabytes download, 13 slots for the main silos, and there are 4 of them. And then the extensions are 5 slots, and there are 4 of them. These are only standard crop types as well. These are not multi-fruit silos. So the silos themselves don't have any customization options. They come just like this. No color choice or anything like that. We can, if we want to, disassemble and dismantle so it looks like that. And then when you want to use one or the other, you can come back, switch them back on again, and they will appear. So putting in is done there, taking out is done there, nice and straightforward. And that is an extension I put next to it. So build mode and silos is where you'll find the 4. So we start 8 grand for 18,000 litres, 12 grand for 24,000 litres, 18 grand for 30,000 litres, 22 grand for 36,000 litres. Then we go across to our silo extensions, and for 5 grand we've got 18, 7 grand 24, 14 grand 30, and 17,000. I was looking at the wrong numbers. 17 grand is 36,000 litres, and you can add multiples on, I guess. It shouldn't make any difference for your silo and silo extension needs. So that's the small new silos by Bartson V3. Next we move on to the cow barn, which is, this is another nice one. I found this quite light and airy as well. I don't know if it's just the block work or the design. I'm not quite sure, but it works. I like it. So this is by Piesel. It is the Cowbine 20 by 35, 16.64 megabytes download, 35 slots, 115,000 to buy, will hold 120 animals. Build mode, animals and cow barns is where you'll find it, just there for 115,000. As you can see, R3, we do have a customization option to change the colour. Pick the colour you want. I went for green. Do what you like, it's up to you. Slurry, this does open and close, which I thought was very cool. Again, it's all these little things of immersion. The side doors do all open into the animal pens as well. Our dialogue box for our animals is just here for our 120. I've only got 18 in there at the moment. I like the raised bit in the middle. That's very cool. Feed and bedding went in here. The beds are over the sides, so the straw fills up at the sides over there. If you want manure from this, you will need to put in a separate manure heap. If we come through to the other side here, our lighting is at this end here, so we can switch our lights on or off. We do have a side door if we want to come in from the side, and then this door here takes it out, and we've got our milking parlour, and the trigger for this was just outside. There you go. There's your milk trigger. Slurry was at the other end, and then we've got this door here, takes us into a little washroom, cook area, kitchen, this area, little breakout room, somewhere to chill out. And if we come out here, we've just got an open storage area if you're doing your total mix ration with bales, or you might want to put your mixer wagon or whatever you want. You've got some storage space here. I think we've got a hay barn type thing up there. I haven't been up there to try and get to, actually. I don't know if that does open. I looked and I thought, I've just noticed that window. But like I say, it's got a nice open airy feel to it. It's not a massive building, but it just works. So there we go. That's the cow barn 20 by 35 by Piesel. Next, from Jos, and this has been just for me when I'm doing Let's Plays and when I'm trying to do so. Although you always get, you always get that thing. This is the Dirtynator. So there are two versions of this. This is by Jos, as I just said. 0.84 megabytes download. Both are one slot. One of them you will find under our vehicles and equipment, and it's down under miscellaneous there. So there's your Dirtynator. That's the one you can drive. You can push along. Like the base game one, and we've got another one we're going to look at in a minute by Blacksheep modding. So you can drive it. But there's also, if we come out and we go into build mode, go up to the top and go across to our tools, there is a placeable version. The same as the base game one. Look, there you've got the base game jet washer. So if you don't want one that's movable and you just want to place it... Where have we gone? There we go. And the same with the one we're going to look at in a moment. There is a placeable one for that as well. So, yeah, you can place it, and that's fixed in place. We've got this one, which if we go over to it, enter vehicle, turn on the engine. I love that you hunch over, and it's like you can't just walk. It's that, and your head nods from side to side. I love it. I just think it's very clever. It's very cool. But anyway, what does the Dirtynator do? What is it for? Well, it makes your stuff dirtier. It doesn't clean it. It dirties your stuff up. So for me, when I start new Let's Plays or I'm finding new equipment or things like that, if I want to make the stuff look old and used and a bit more immersive and lived in, I'll dirty the stuff up. Like I say, I don't know how much people would use it in the normal gameplay. If you're setting up a multiplayer with your friends, or you're playing multiplayer and you just want to make all of your friends' equipment absolutely filthy dirty. But, that's what it does. It's the Dirtynator, and it makes things dirty. I've used it a lot. I kind of laughed initially when it first came out on FS22 and thought, really? But honestly, brilliant bit of kit. There we go. And then next after that, we've got the high pressure washer Stihl RE581 by Blacksheep modding. 4.3 megabytes download, 3 slots, and as you've seen, in the same locations. Under miscellaneous, the version that can be driven. Now these can be put onto trailers. They can be strapped down and moved around. You haven't got to push it around the map like that. Wherever you go. Turn the engine off and drop off of that. And then there's also a placeable version, but then obviously if someone has dirtynated all your stuff up, you know jet washes work. It jet washes, which is what it's designed to do. It's a nice looking bit of kit. And again, a pair of things that come out. It's odd how that happens, doesn't it, every now and again? Anywho, that's the high pressure washer Stihl RE581 by Blacksheep modding. Next, we have got the large implements set. Did I get these out? I did, yes, just over here. There are curios. These are by MISSYB. It is 0.22 megabytes download, one slot each. I think I got one out. We've got pallet forks and bale spikes. I got the bale spikes out only because I wasn't sure about something, and I'll show you in a moment. We've got pallet forks that are the same length and bale spikes. So these are, obviously, as you can see, larger versions. And they are telehandler tools. So if you go up to our telehandler tools, that's where you'll find them. Under telehandler tools, just there. So there's your pallet forks, no options available that come with that. So if you want to pick up multiple pallets at the same time, all in a big long row, you can. Obviously, you might need to wait on the back depending on the weight of the pallets you're lifting. And then when I clicked on this, they do that. And I suddenly thought, I wasn't sure how long they were. That's why I put those out rather than the pallet forks, because I wanted to just double check how long they were. But that's it. There's no tension straps or anything like that. The large implement sets by MISSYB. Next, we've got the refillable pallets, and I've got one here because I'm going to show you something with it. There are 5 in this pack. This is by VX Mapping, 2.6 megabytes download. There are 1s, 2s and 3s on the slot count. If we come into this menu here, we come down to the bottom and we go to our pallets, you'll find the fillable pallets just here. Starting there, that one's a 2,000 litre fillable pallet. That one's a 4,000 litre fillable pallet, and you can see all the things you can put in them. That one is 3,000, that one's 3,500, and that one's 2,600. There's no colour options within these, you get them just as they are. Now, it does say in the description, you buy them when they're empty, they don't disappear because you've bought them, you own them. They're not full when you get them, so they won't disappear. They do show up on the map, so if you've left them out somewhere, you can reset them. They don't show under your vehicles menu because that would, if you had loads of these, it will clog up your vehicle menu. But they will show up on the map. You can reset them, which is quite handy. You can fill them with a bucket, you can fill them all sorts of ways, but it does say if you're going to fill them from a silo, such as one of these, and I've just realised I put that in the way, you have to enter the pallet for it to work. But again, however you want to go about it. So what I'll do, these spikes aren't really what I should be using to pick it up with, but hey, it's what I've got out, so yeah, like I say, it's probably not what I should be using, but... So if you're going to fill up from a silo like this, because they're not sort of technically part of the forks, they're not showing us something to refill. But if I enter vehicle's driver, look, whoa, click on that, and you can pick what you want to fill it up with. Let's go sorghum, boom, exit at that, and there's our pallet filled with sorghum. I can take it off, do what I want with it. Lovely job. Then once I've used it, the pallet will still be there. I can reset it, I can move it around, I can strap it down, do what I want with it. Job done. That's the refillable pallets by VX Mapping. Next one, I'm going to just show you in the menu. It's a weight. It's a Fiat weight. So if you're a Fiat fan, there you go. That's 3 slots, 2.65 megabytes download. 3 slots. It's by A-ndrea. Options on this, we've got 220 kilo, 300 kilo, 380, 460, and then back again. No colour options. It comes just like that. A Fiat weight. Like I say, if you've got a Fiat tractor and you want to have a weight to match it, or you're just a big fan of Fiat weights for some reason, that's fine, you can be. Right, so next on our list was, oh yes, the farm rail triangle. Oh, I got one of these out. I was going to say I was just going to show you in the menu, but I know I got one out. There you go, that's this here. Now this is not a quick hitch thing. This thing here has a bar with a ball hitch on it. It's designed, I think, predominantly to get... It depends if you've got a tractor that's got a ball or pin hitch. Depends where your ball or pin hitch is. And sometimes you hook up a trailer and it'll be too low, it'll be too high. You can adjust them on real tractors to some degree. But this gives you some scope. Also, it pushes the attachment point away from the tractor. Because sometimes if that hitch is hitched into the tractor here, when you're turning, this arm here can catch on the tyres of the tractor. So this brings the whole lot out a little bit as well. Incredible, these things, aren't they, really, when you think about it? There you go, the farm rail triangle. Option, change colour. Fairly straightforward other than that. But what you can also do, let's start this up. So if I back up, it hooks up to a multitude of things, according to the images on the website. But we have got the option to raise and lower it. So depending, like I say, where it would hook up normally, it's quite slow on the raise and lower. As you can see, I'm pushing all the way down now. It is lowering slightly, and if I want to raise it, it raises fairly slowly, which it would do in the real world. I think we get used to a lot of stuff happening very quickly on Farming Simulator, and it keeps, like I say, it keeps the trailer and the hitch further back off the tractor than it would be normally. It works, it does what it's supposed to do. That's the farm rail triangle. That's 0.4 megabytes download. It's by PrivatPrivat, TWD, Rick Black, Labelle. Again, this one I'm going to show you under the same category. Was that the same category? No, this was under telehandler tools as well. Just here, we have got this, the bale fork. It is a bale fork. It has reclining tips on it. Bale fork, Agro Sim Creations, 2.48 megabytes download, 1 slot, and options on this, there aren't any. It comes just as it is. It's a bale fork that goes for your telehandler tools. Straightforward. Like I say, I didn't see a lot of point in getting one out. I mean, possibly you might argue that for some of the other things, but it is the way it is. So, next we've got the Kverneland Silos Vans. This is by Jens M, 1.77 megabytes download, 2 slots. This was under front-loader tools. So just there we go. The silage fork, the Kverneland Silos Vans mod. So we got without spikes or with spikes, which adds the ones around the side. So if you want a more enclosed version, I guess. We do have options to change this, though. We've got front loader, 3-point attachment. So if you want to attach directly to the tractor, or you've got a front loader or a front loader vehicle. Main colour does the main frame. And then design colour does the tines. You can have a fiddle around with those. 1,700 litres it will hold of your forage crop types. As it shows down there on the bottom of the screen, your forage type crops like chaff and straw and grass and silage and those sorts of things. Next. Yes, the next lot, I didn't get all these out. I'm just going to show you them. There may be some little intricacies that I may miss by doing this, but because the amount of mods there are today, it was really the only sensible way of doing this. So next up, we have got the Lizard Disc Arrow 2.4 by Bartson V3, 4.68 megabytes download, 5 slots, 2.5 meters, 2.4 meters wide. It's under Disc Arrows. You'll find it just there. Options this, it's 55 horsepower required. Got decals, yes or no. And then we've got front plates. We can change. They're quite it's deep dish, flatter, and then shallower dishes. And then the back plates, same thing. Deeper dish, flatter disc, or slightly shallower, serrated, I guess is how you refer to it. Those are the options. 2.4 meters. Disc arrows, generally speaking, are shallow cultivators. And it will do shallow cultivation. That's what it's for. That's the Lizard Disc Arrow 2.4 by Bartson V3. Next, we've got the DTX. This was under subsoilers. Yes. So, the DTX 300AR under subsoilers. 13.35 megabytes download. This is by CRS Design. 8 slots, 3 meters. This has the option for cover crop as well. Now, I think the original version was a base game one. And it was the Kverneland. Now, this has got a Great Plains option, and what was the other company? There's another company. But you can pick colours and stuff on these as well. 29 grand each, 200 horsepower required each. The cover crop are standard cover crops. They are 3 meters in width. So this one we've got standard design, covering harrow. You've got the 500 litre cover crop tank on the top. There's 2 different versions of this. It's the Wizard or the Icon. It says on there. They're exactly the same capacity, just different logo on the side of the tank, really. Lights and warning signs, just there, yes or no. And we can change the main colour on this one to anything on that palette like there. Then this version starts off on the Great Plains. It's the same thing, covering harrow, Wizard, Icon, if you want to go for a cover crop version. Lights and warning signs, yes or no. Now, at the moment, it's on the Great Plains version, on the green. If we go to the orange, I couldn't work out what that says. Is that Simba? It looks like it says Simba. If we change it again then to other things, I think it stays on Great Plains logos, yeah. Oh no, it's gone for a real mix there. There's Great Plains and Kverneland shown on that. That probably isn't supposed to be doing that, is it? I'm just looking on the side. It's bouncing between the two. Or if you go for the red, but anyway, that's the same thing. They're subsoilers. Subsoilers generally ploughed state, cultivated look. They will bring out some stones because that's what subsoilers do. Next, we've got the Lizard SAC pack. No, wrong one again. This one's under ploughs. So there's your SAC pack. This is 9.31 megabytes download. 5 slots. It varies on the meterage. This is by Myoto Modding. So what you start off with is that we've got BKT, Trelleborg, Continental, back again for our tie choices. These ones are doubles. That one's single on the Trelleborg, and then back to double for Continental. We've got decals, yes or no. Size. So we've got start off on 3 meters. We've got 3.4, 3.9, 4.4, 5.1, 5.6, and then we go back to 3 meters. So 5.6 being the biggest the plough will go to. Then our color options, we've got chassis. That color does that. Then we've got our hubs in the middle. Let's go for pink. There you go, pink hubs in the middle. Next design color, let's go blue. So that does all of your bushings. No, was it bushings? What was that one that did? No, it just did those clamps, all the various different bits there. The next one was bearings. If I go white on this, you'll see the all in between. Anywhere where there's bearings, the bearings are white. And then design color, next one was... What did the next one do? Oh, that was hydraulic rams. Yep. Then rim color option on there as well. So yeah, so it goes up to, starts off, actually, let's go back to 28. So it starts off 180 horsepower, goes all up to 310 horsepower required. It's a plough. It will plough your fields. That's what it's designed to do. It should allow you to create fields, which is what most ploughs allow you to do. But that's the Lizard SAC pack by Myoto Modding. Next, we have got the Unicornic XL 2.8. This is by Camel R1 Oscar Raxolvi, I think it is, or Raxolvi. Sorry, 4.56 megabytes download, 3 slots, 2.8 meters. This was under mulches. Just there, and again, it mulches. It will mulch stubble on fields. So if you've got a harvested crop that's got stubble, you can mulch. Sometimes it says it requires mulching, sometimes it doesn't. You can mulch grass fields as well. It won't leave grass behind. It's not a mower. It will take it back a few growth stages. Now, this under version, it runs through, I think, 8 or 9. Slightly different versions, slightly different colours, with different logos in different places. Did we go up to, what was it went up to? 8, there we go. Then you've got back flap closed or open are your choices. So it's 2.8 meters. It is a mulcher. It will do your mulching. Next, actually, we've got one of these out. So let's jump ahead. So next, we've got this. This is the Uniforma 2. This is by Bezemek 23433. It is 4.92 megabytes download, 4 slots, 1.5 meters wide. It is a ridger. You will find it under your vegetable planters section. It's not a planter, it is a ridger, but it goes with the planters because usually you would ridge first. So there you will find it, 7,500. Options on this, you've got backlights, yes or no. We don't get ridges very often, that's why I thought I'd show it. Sorry, no, I'll take that back. So we've got backlights, no, yes, warning triangle with lights, and then no. And it, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it ridges. It's not designed really for big field work. This is a fairly small one. Turn it on, drop it down, and it will do your ridges to plant your vegetables into. Fairly straightforward. But like I say, we don't often see ridges. I don't often show them on mod reviews. Cultivators, ploughs, those kind of things we do a fair bit, but we don't often get ridges. So I thought I would show it. There we go. That's the Uniforma 2 by Bezemek 23433. Next we have got, oh yes, we've got these. This is the Lizard Z240 by Pushcap. 6.84 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. We've got 2. We've got a windrower and we've got a tedder. So I've got both out because just to show you what both do. I mean, we know what windrowers and tedders do, but I was just curious to see how it would look on the field. So the windrower version is just there, 800, that's all. So you've got windrower mode, tedder mode. So I've got one of each. Main colour does the framework, like that. Design colour does the discs. Should do that, so we can change that. Then the next design colour does the hubs, or the covers around the hubs. Anyway, what I'm going to do is come out of there. It doesn't actually say what the working width is. Let's go to the tedders. Is there a tedder version? No, there's not. So, okay. So it is under windrowers, and then you choose your tedder option from there. So we've got the windrower version first. Now this, you don't turn it on, you just drop it, and it's a friction piece of equipment like that. So there you go. I'm curious to see the tedder, whether it will do the same thing on windrow, but just turn it to hay at the same time. I assume that's what it's going to do. That's like I say, that's why I got it out. I can't make an assumption on this. I mean, to be fair, you know I've had comments before when I've done this, when there's a lot of mods and I show stuff in the menu and don't show it out. People say, but that's what you do, that's what you've always done. I can't keep up with the mods chance of just, you know, today I think it works out at 48 mods, but that's not including the packs that have got multiples. We're well into the 50s again for a Friday, and 4 maps, and I don't know when I'm going to get onto it all. Oh no, there you go. So it doesn't windrow it, but the same width it will ted and turn your grass into hay. There you go. Straightforward. Glad we gave it a go. At least we know what it does now. Nice and cheap as well. Result: the Lizard Z240 by Push Cap. And then again, within the same category, this is a weird one. I don't understand this one. This one's one of those. Go away. This is the Pertinger Top 611A by Agri Design Austria. 17.18 megabytes download. 7 slots, 6.2 meters wide. It is a windrower. You'll find it in that section. And it's just there. 20 grand to buy. Options on this: you've got the Top Tech Plus, or you've got the Euro Top, which, as far as I can tell, just changes the top of the rotors, a couple of bits on the decals. Protective sleeve, yes or no? On the top section, I think it just puts a protective coating on the cover on a couple of bits. Other than that, that's it. 50 horsepower required. There's a couple of options for how this kind of unfolds, so I'm just going to go with those because we have strangely got this option, L1 and right stick side to side. We can turn that back section. Come on, back the other way. There you go. Manually, but it does say, where are we? Toggle work mode. So at the moment we're centered. You go right-sided, left-sided, and then back to centered again. I think it goes back past again, then comes back. There we go. So let's unfold it first. So it's saying centered, which is weird. Let's turn it on, drop it down, see what happens. So as we drive, that's centered. So that just puts it all to one side. Okay, so that both discs are doing the same thing. So if we then go right-sided, drop it down. Oh, there we go. It gives you 2 rows though, which is a curiosity, isn't it? I suppose coming back the other way it wouldn't necessarily. And then we switch over the other one and we'll go left-sided, which should swing it all over there. Still gives you 2 rows. Oh, if I drop it down it will give us 2 rows. Oh no, that's putting it all into one. So if you want it all in one row, you want it to go, what do we put it on right side, left-sided. 2 rows was right-sided. Oh yes, this is putting it all in one. Oh, there you go. My brain was like, when I was fiddling around with it, and I pressed the buttons and stuff when I brought it out, and I was thinking, what's this doing? It's all over the place. But anyway, so those are the options on how that one will work. The Pertinger Top 611A by Agri Design Austria. And I think what I'm going to do is, for the first part of the mod review, we'll stop on the next one, because we've got a load more bits and bobs, and we've got some other equipment, and there's a load more. So we'll finish with this. It just seems a neat place to finish. We've got this, the Class Liner 2700. This is by Weekend Farmers, Aaron Modding. 18.37 megabytes download, 10 slots, 7.4 meters, also under windrowers, and you'll find it just there. So we've got 7.2 meter or an 8 meter. I went for the 8. License plate option on there. Those are the options that were available. Unfold it. Turn it on. Drop it down. Nice and straightforward. Does what you expect. And then fold it back up again. And that is it for part 1. Again, I can only apologise. It is just unfortunately the way it is. It's all a little bit crazy at the moment. So, part 1 of mods for Friday the 28th of February. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.